So here we are again, back in the studio, and this time I wanted to show you a fire painting because today is the 0 degrees of Aries. It's actually happening right now. It's happened about half an hour ago. It's 9 o'clock this morning. We went into 0 degrees Aries, which of course is the spring equinox, which means that the light and dark is now in balance, perfect harmony. So we are now going to be tipping from this point into the light, as I'm sure you probably know anyway. And so it's all about the creation energies. So that 0 degrees Aries in your chart is where you tend to create things and start things. And it's a new beginning point. So anytime any planet touches that 0 degree point, it's you're gonna have a new evolutionary journey beginning. Now, I also thought it was interesting to talk about the fire energy. I'm going to show you one of my paintings that I did that's actually a fire element rebalancing painting, which is something else I offer because I'm an energy artist, and that came about through my own healing therapy that I was having. It wasn't art therapy. Anyway, I've always felt the energies, and I didn't realise just how sensitive I was to picking up the energies of planets as well. But I've always been an absorber, and so that's another thing. So I have to be careful with boundaries, energetic boundaries, and clearing energies all the time. But a gift in that is that I'm able to translate these energies from other dimensions, which is usually through music to get there to the high frequency. I find it holds me in that space when I listen to certain frequency music. And then I can paint the energy and give it a visual. So I'm just going to flip the camera over now, okay, and show you painting here. So this is the fire element painting. And why might you want an elemental rebalancing painting in your home? Well, it could be for several reasons. You might intuitively feel like you want more warmth. You might intuitively feel you need to feel more motivated. Now, with this painting, you'll notice it does actually have a little bit of a white going through it as well, because I felt I already had a lot of fire in my chart, and I wanted warming up, but I also wanted it tempered. So I put some white going down it as well to give it that. It was very personalised, but at the same time, it actually holds the energy of what we call a trine in astrology, which means it's like a harmonising triple aspect of all the fires. So you've got Leo, which is the heart. You've got Aries, which is the mind, also linked into the root chakra. So the red is the root chakra. And it's the root chakra for Aries because Aries is very much linked to the root. It's like a survival type energy as well as a creation energy. Everything starts from the root. And then Sagittarius is the spiritual energy of truth and expansion. So the fire is energetically a very, very instinctual energy. It's got its own sort of intuition that's different to water signs. Now, why might you want another reason you might need or feel the urge to get a rebalancing, elemental rebalancing through painting, is because when we appreciate things visually, we get information from that visual that you can't necessarily translate into words. It's a feeling, it's energetic, and that energy is there in the paintings. So it's a bit like a vision board. It acts the same way. So another reason why I wanted to tell you about this today was because this is a good time, this next 24 hours especially. There'll be other opportunities, not just this next 24 hours, but in particular because the sun works on a 24-hour basis. It's time to bring in new decisions. The sun rules decisions. That's our deciding. It's the center of our universe. Everything revolves around it. So it's a very powerful thing. It's not to be underestimated, the sun. And so it's like if you want to bring in something new, this is a good way to do that, like through a vision board. But it has a more long-term permanency to it as well when you get a painting. You're looking at it every day, and whether you realise it or not, you're taking in that energy, just like anything negative you might take in every day. If you say negative things to yourself, eventually you're going to feel that negativity. If you say positive things to yourself, eventually you're going to feel that positivity, and it drops in naturally. Well, this is the same with the painting. It's like having a chat with yourself visually without having to do any of the thought. You get out of the mind into the heart center, into the crown chakra, because that's very important to link into the universal energies, because you can bring them down. The planetary energies come down and they enter through the chakra system. And this is what we talk about when we talk about the ascension process. It's basically just a way of raising your vibration. And you can live in many vibrations at once. It's not like you're just all in one. And we have to dance that dance, don't we? Every day of our lives. But we do have free will, and that's what this energy painting's about as well. It's about linking into your free will and making your own choices of how you want to lean into the energies. So this is a trine painting, which is a harmonizing painting. In your natal chart, you may well have what's called the missing element. Now, that's nothing to be afraid of. It just means that we have a lot of energies in all the other elements. So air, water, earth. But let's say you don't have any planets in fire energy. You might find it hard to feel motivated. You might find it difficult to find that joy factor. You might find it difficult to go in and be all in and be assertive. You might find it hard to know what the truth is. You might find it all of the stuff to do with the fire things, and it tends to happen to quite a lot, because people with a lot of fire energy are the ones that tend to be told to just be less. You're too much. You're too much of this. You're too loud. You're too in my face. They are the truth tellers of the zodiac, the fire signs, and they can get themselves into trouble with bluntness. So they quite often have learnt as a survival technique. Let's zoom in whilst I'm chatting to you. As a survival technique, they've learned to temper that fire to the point where it's actually, in some cases, gone down to a very almost non-existent state. Obviously, it's still there. And if I show you this painting here, which I'm diverting from the topic slightly, just for a moment, this painting here is an example of what happened to me. I've got loads of fire in my chart, but I've also got water. I was told to shut up, basically, for most of my life. Shut up, don't be seen, don't you dare shine your light, otherwise you're going to be persecuted. Well, enough's enough of the persecution energy, don't we think, guys? It's time to be seen. So you can see me. It's time to be seen. It's time to shine our light. It's time to tell the truth in ourselves. Our truth is our truth. It's not for anybody else to question. And it works both ways. So from my heart to yours, be blessed. I hope that was useful information. Feel free to send a kind comment and like and subscribe. Go to my YouTube channel if you're not listening to it from here. It's jenniferladd.art. I'm also on Instagram. If you'd like an energy painting of any kind, you can go to www.jenniferladd.art and you can see my whole vast array of list of energy paintings. I do mood paintings. I'm getting excited. I do mood paintings. I do energy paintings of all kinds, rebalancing paintings, celebrationary. They're all celebrationary, so they've all got glitter in. If you don't want too much glitter, you can let me know the quantities of that. But it's basically, it's an affirmational, visual appreciation of the energies that we want to lean into. So goodbye for now. Enjoy this new Aries energy season, and I'll be back in touch very soon. Bye.